Heyo everybody, Haku here with my review of Tower of Gods chapter 293, season 2 episode 213. At least I think, yeah, that's the one we're on. Okay, just checking. But we start out, and this was a really freaking good one, like really good. It was so strong in my opinion. So we start out with the Shadow Fox stuff with Alphine. We find out that she is a scout and an anima, and that the Shadow Fox is her controlled anima creature, and that its power is that it connects its shadow to other people's shadows, and when it is connected to them, it's immune to their attacks, and it also drains away their Shinsu until they die. So really awesome power. I really love that power a lot, so I liked getting to see that, and I think that's all we had at the moment with them. Yeah, so we go from there to Androssi and Shilial, and man, the art looked really good for when they fought back and forth a little bit. We find out Lilial is the older sister to Androssi, which I think we figured. But again, I think I said it in the live reaction, if Androssi's like 300 to 600, how the hell old is Shilial? But I don't think she's that much older, because she just started climbing the tower a little bit before her, which is why they're still only a few floors ahead, really. And then, yeah, so the fight looked awesome between those two. I thought it looked really cool when Androssi used Bong Bong, because I think it always looks really cool when she does. And Androssi also tells Lilial, she's like, what are you fighting for right now? You can't catch me, you can't defeat me, because all I have to do is just run away with Bong Bong. Like, that's a thing, and that's a cool thing about Androssi. Everybody, we've been having the argument on the channel a lot about like how strong she really is, but one thing you can say is it's not easy to defeat Androssi, because at any point she has Bong Bong, which is like the ultimate escape item. Like, she can run away from any fight. So even if she can't beat a person, she can sure as hell escape. Like, she can sure as hell not lose. She can just escape with Bong Bong at any time. And she brings that up to Lilial, and Lilial's like, I'm fighting because I want to. I'm fighting because I enjoy this. And of course, Lilial has the cute little kawaii fangs from, like, you see in anime a lot. But very cute. I'm not a huge fan of Lilial, but I thought the fangs were really cute. And she got the twin tails too, going for that like evil Hatsune Miku, is that what it's called? The evil her look. So yeah, really funny and cute. And we find out from her also that Shilial is there to steal Androssi's companions' names and to use them and order them to tell her the relationship between Baam and Androssi, or Viol and Androssi. They don't really know Viol is Baam. So from there she goes for this kick with like a massive yellow Shinsu blast, which was really amazing looking, and makes me think that she might be a wave controller, is what I'm assuming her position to be, since she's using Shinsu blasts. And yeah, just really awesome. That whole sequence with that looked really nice. And then sorry if I keep looking down at my notes, I felt like I was forgetting something. And yeah, she says that her plan is to expose her and Viol's relationship, and then to serve the proper punishment to her and to take down Viol, so that she gets credit for all of that, or her and her sister at least do. She's willing to share it with her sister. So Shilial appears, and she's waiting for Lorei and Hatsu. And man, Shilial, like I said, I'm not a huge fan of Lilial right now, but come on guys, Shilial is like, she is up there for top waifu material. Shilial is click. But seriously, like, it was really cool to see like Hatsu's stunned silence there, where he was just like mouth agape, like, oh shit, Shilial's the hardest here on this floor, oh shit. And like, I loved Hatsu's reaction there. And also it was really cute, Shilial's cute little pink real inventory. And also, since she has a real inventory, I think that means we can assume that she is a fisherman. So her as a fisherman, and then the wave controller being Lilial. I think that'd be a really cool combo if Lilial actually is a wave controller. So she pulls out she pulls out a fencing style sword, and then we get some hype. We're gonna see her sword fighting Hatsu, which is gonna be really cool. And I don't know, a part of me kind of wants her to win just so that we can see Lorray fight, because I want to see Lorray fight somebody, and if he fights Shilial, then that's perfectly cool too. But Shilial, click, top waifu, and we cut straight from her and her stuff to seeing Baam's group again with the Shadow Fox, and it's coming at them. It looks like her Yukon, and he's like trying to get Alfie not to kill him too. Like she's like, I can just kill you now too, since you're not one of the 10 bosses anymore. And he's like, but wait, I've always loved you as a woman. And she's like, oh well, now I want to kill you even more. So I thought that sequence was really, really funny, and it was weird how they made such, like, how SIU made such a serious scene so funny with that. And then it looks like Koon uses the lighthouse field to enhance Baam's Shinsu Blast, and I'm pretty sure we've seen that before. I think we may have even seen that before with Baam and Prince. I don't know why I'm thinking Baam and Prince, but I think we've definitely seen it before with lighthouse fields amplifying Shinsu Blast, and I think Baam and Koon used it in the fight versus Reflejo as well. Yeah, if I remember right. And I think Koon may have used it with Rack once before too, powering up his spear using the Lighthouse Shinsu field. So that's one of the, like, we've seen the Lighthouse shields, we've seen the Lighthouse, like, storing things, we've seen the Lighthouse field sort of doing a reverse Shinsu flow control type thing where it slows people down. And now we have also seen it doing a or we've seen it before, but we also see it doing sort of an amplification type thing. But Baam Shinsu Blasts end up like blowing holes into the Fox that just instantly heal right back up, because like Alphine said, it's immune to their attacks, and then the Fox freaking eats Yukon alive. And again, such a serious scene being still made funny by Baam being like, Mr. Waste Man, and it was just so funny. And it was funny, but at the same time, damn, Yukon got eaten alive, and we just watched him screaming in agony while we're like, well, shit, nobody really cares that Yukon's getting eaten alive, but he is. So again, it was serious and funny both at the same time. It showed that there's a definite threat, but it was still just funny the way they reacted. So Koon knows that the weakness of an anima creature is to attack the anima controlling it, which seems like the obvious sort of thing to shoot for. So he turns around to try to do that, but Alphine is gone, and turns out she had just left an observer there, and that was possibly a projection of her the entire time. So they're now trapped in there with the Fox and can't escape. Also, we get the info that an anima uses the a field of Shinsu called a tank to control the like animal that they control, and that the entire room is the Fox's tank. So something I find interesting about that, if that entire room was the Fox's tank, and that's like what a regular level anima can do, then think about the giant massive ass fish that Yu Han Sung controlled to or controlled behind Ren to take down its Shinwei that time. Like, is like a huge chunk of that entire floor a tank under Yu Han Sung's control? Like, what can a ranker anima do? How big can the tank technically be? So also I think somebody brought it up how Ren mentioned tanks. I don't remember who. Somebody did bring up the comments how Ren mentioned tanks in a way. He mentioned like containers for Shinwei way back in Volume 1. So I think this, yeah, to answer your question sort of, I think it is the same thing where like they just have like, the tank is like a storage device. They can probably compress it to carry the creature around floor to floor with them, and they can probably release it and then use it within a field of their Shinsu. I'd say the same probably works with Verity's octopus. That's another, we haven't seen Verity yet this arc, which is weird because we saw Vespa, and if we still have Vespa, I would assume that Verity would still be with us as well. We haven't seen Amigo Chaz, which again is strange because you'd think since he was part of the main group from Volume 1 that he would have stuck around even after Baam punched him into the ground that time, but we haven't seen him this arc either. So I'd like to kind of see what happens with Verity and Amigo Chaz, and why they aren't in this arc. Like, we have enough characters going on, don't get me wrong, but it does seem a little bit wrong to just leave them out of Team Ship being here. And I don't know why I got way off topic like that, but yeah, that's where we ended up with this train of thought. So we see Alphine thinking to herself that, like, if I can't save Kaiser, I can at least protect her, and that's why she's doing what she's doing. And then Koon's group shows up, Koon, Baam, and Red Greymon again. She's like, what the hell? And Koon tells them, we just used Baam and the Thorn to suck the fox. We were sucking the tank Shinsu into a lighthouse. So then the fox was like, well, I have to stay in the tank Shinsu to live. So it jumped in the lighthouse too. And then Koon just sealed the lighthouse shut. So now he has the tank like floating around in a lighthouse with him. And it was really cute, the fox just sitting there floating in the lighthouse. So yeah, the lighthouse is currently holding the fox. And that's how that was defeated. And Koon mentions something to Alphine where, well, before we get to that, he says that they were able to get out of the room and find her because they have a bunch of the regulars working for them, and they let them out of the room and told them which direction that she went in or whatever, and they just ran to catch up to her. But something interesting he says right at the end when he's saying take us to Kaiser is he says we still need to think of a way to save her. So it interests me that Koon and Baam may be actually trying to save Kaiser here, which I think would be really awesome. Like, if we end up teaming with, we end up like making a flip and a turn and teaming up with Kaiser, Alphine, Inietta, and maybe Lulu and Varielvani as well, against whatever sort of 10 family people like the princesses are holding us here. I doubt the princesses would probably get involved because, again, I think that they are going to have a limited involvement in this arc. I think that their current fights, whether they win or lose, or I don't even think it'll come to a real ending. They'll just sort of have to leave and carry on their plot points into the next arc or two. But I think that there are going to be some kind of people from the Lopobia family holding us there or something, and it'd be interesting if we had to, instead of like, I'm hyped for Baam fighting Kaiser, I want him to fight Kaiser, but it would also be cool if instead he had to save Kaiser in order to escape, or in order to take down the station or whatever. And in that case, if he just shows up back at the train with Kaiser herself and is like, yo Yuri, I stole Kaiser's name, here she is, that would be really, really funny as well. So yeah, or maybe, nah, never mind, I don't even think it's true. I was going to say maybe Yuri knew about Kaiser's situation and was trying to get Baam to go help her. But no, I highly doubt that. I think Yuri was trying to give him a seemingly impossible task to just try to make it so that, to see if he really could make it on the floor of death. But yeah. So anyway, for this chapter as a whole, I can't even understate how much I thought the Lilial and Androssi stuff was really awesome looking, and I really enjoyed it, especially some of the important things they said in their conversation. Also, Shilial's up there fighting for top waifu position with like Ryun, Jaja, and Albelda. Like, so fire. And then also the stuff with the fox I thought was incredibly well drawn and just really entertaining, and I really love how the solution was sort of like a solution to a puzzle or game sort of thing instead of just a straight fight. I think that feels more like Tower of God, and it feels really good to see a conclusion like that. So anyway, I do think this was incredibly, incredibly strong and really, really good. So I'm going to give it 9 Fox Tanks out of 10 because I did honestly think this was a amazingly strong chapter. So yeah, that's it. So like if you liked this one, comment down there and tell me what you thought of the chapter and what you thought of my thoughts on it. Got a bit off topic here and there in this one. Subscribe for more Tower of God, Fukigen no Mononoke, and 91 Days, and a bunch more. And yeah, follow on Twitter if you want, and I'll try to keep you updated there on things with the channel. And that's it. So thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you all next time.